I don't think he's going to be dead tonight, but soon.
I've seen news, bro. I've seen news. Maybe you didn't refresh your news. You have to check it again.
Yeah, I did see something.
No, I saw it on Twitter.
Okay. I thought I see Thanos.
Let me check Israeli news. Let me check the Israeli news.
Israeli news, maybe Channel 14 or 12 or something like that. Because anytime something happens in Iran, the motherfuckers stop the internet in all Iran.
Yeah, what's up, Rafi?
And we have lots of friends, families there. We don't have any news from them. I'm sure that IDF won't attack them, but we don't have any news from them.
You're in Israel now, or you're in Iran?
No, I'm not in Israel. I'm in Europe. I live in Europe. I'm Iranian.
Oh, okay.
I'm Parsi, Persian. I'm not Jewish, but I love Israel and Judaism people. But I live in Europe.
Oh, wonderful. We love you too.
Thank you.
Your Hebrew is pretty good.
I know just few words like shalom, manishma, chatoret, akol beseder, chag sameach, and sharmute, benzona, zayin, and אתה גרב, אני לא דבר עברית, אני מדבר עברית, משפט. Yeah, bro, lots of words I'm able. I have many friends, Israeli friends. My neighbor, the next house of me, is Israeli young boy, same as me. He's studying here. We always meet each other. We are friends for a long time, and he teach me Hebrew words.
Yeah, Jeff, when you have a minute, take a look at my PPR. Yeah. It's quite funny. You'll like it.
I also have breaking news, by the way.
Okay.
Also quite funny. Iran has appointed a new intelligence chief after the last two were killed by Israel.
Yeah, the third one. And he got killed again.
What's that?
No.
One more time. You're in the Matrix.
They killed him. Oh, you hear me? One second.
Are you trying to say they killed the Ayatollah?
So, in my group, they claimed that he was appointed, he was killed right away.
I think so.
That he's already dead. Gotcha.
He's already dead.
Oh, okay. Chag sameach. Play some music, guys. Let's dance. Play some music. Celebrating tonight. It's second pudding, guys. Why you are not happy? Everybody's like exciting it.
It's Purim Shlishi. Daniel, did you used to go by Turbo?
Sorry?
Did you used to go by Turbo on this app? You remind me of somebody.
Sorry, bro. I didn't hear you as, your voice becomes so much low.
Wi-Fi is giving me a problem. I said, did you used to go by the name Turbo on this app?
No. Just normal. I connected normal in that.
Okay, cool. Okay, there was two other news items. Netanyahu came out and said Israel is capable of destroying all the nuclear facilities, including Fordo, without the United States. So they're definitely fucking with them between Trump and Netanyahu. Totally mind fucking him.
No. It's like a game, bro. It's like a game. It's needed. Because if they want to stay together strong, then the IRGC commanders and generals run away. They have to play like a role that they know you are bad. You say, no, you are bad, this, that. And moments take the Khamenei statement. This usually happens.
Other news, all of the aircraft Hey, Cyrus freed the Jews 2,500 years ago. It's our turn to return the favor.
Yeah, bro, it's give and take, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We did, and you want to do it for us. We appreciate it so much. It's not you do for us, it's not your duty. We have same enemies. But it's good that the IDF is so much humanity. They don't attack the innocent people or something like that. I don't agree. In the country I live, anybody who asks me, because they know I'm original Iranian, they take side with Iran or something, then I break their side and say, no, I'm pro-Israel. Then they become shocked that how you are pro-Israel. Then I explain for them and I fuck them and then, yeah. So guys, it was so much beautiful speak with you. I wish next year you will be our guest in Iran with the best Iranian foods that I know you love Iranian food. Next year, I wish.
We're coming.
Yes, bro, you have to see Iran, bro. You have to see Daniel. You have to see Esther, Mordechai. All you have to check, bro. They all in Iran.
That's true.
So it will be your second home, guys. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was great. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Take care.
You be well.
Take care. Fuck, is it normal? I just came home. All my lights are on. Every single fucking one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors.
They're saying something should be happening tonight. They might do a targeted attack or something. Assassination.
They did a targeted assassination.
Maybe when they say tonight, it's nighttime for them and we're getting confused because in this group there's a lot of Islam.
You're getting confused.
And I'm confusing the room with this.
No, because I keep telling you you're wrong.
Got it.
So that's like the mind fuckery they're doing is pretty wild, right? You got Trump pushing for negotiation. You got Trump, coming out a couple of hours ago, floating the idea through a liberal paper that the U.S. doesn't have the ability to take out Fordo. And then you got Netanyahu saying, yeah, but we do, so it'll be okay. You got the U.S. Telegraphing and making it seem like an attack is going to come from Qatar because they've made the airbase off limits to the American government people there, and then magically they get released that there's no planes left at Qatar.
Yeah, they might. But listen, at the end of the day, I think they're just trying to confuse even the public.
They're doing a masterful job trying to confuse.
The public is confused right now.
Well, I think it's to confuse the RGC, but they're really doing a masterful job. There are rumors, I don't think they're correct, that the Ayatollah was taken out.
Oh my, that would be huge. Oh wow.
It would be.
Oh.
There's also another rumor.
What?
Bombings in the 3rd districts of Tehran, East City. They're saying, what the fuck is MEK Islamic? Apparently this is the regime that overthrew the king. So
MEK is like another Islamic faction in Iran.
The guys in the group said this is this faction took out the king from Iran, basically, back in the day. This is the movement.
I don't think that's correct, but I don't know that it much matters.
So, what was it written?
So I was just watching. Can I say something, or are you in a serious moment?
No.
Oh, okay. So there was this girl with Down syndrome, and it was this video I was just watching, and it was somebody in Ireland, because I love the accents. And she had this necklace on it, said, I have a hidden disability. And the other girl was like, oh, actor, he didn't disability. I know I'm not doing the accent, but it was super fucking hilarious, and I just had a good laugh. And I just want to say, you know what? She goes, "Oh, I've got the downs."
The Downs. Leslie, have you watched Love on the Spectrum?
Not. No, but I know what it is.
It is like there's moments that like make you cry, make you laugh. I mean, there's one kid on there named Connor. I fucking love this kid. He's super autistic, super mega autistic, and he is fantastic. Love on the Spectrum, highly recommend. That totally surprised me that I would enjoy it as much as I do. It's really, really great.
I think I would enjoy it. There was another one we used to watch, it was people that only had, like, all Down syndrome at the time. And they were all, like, looking for love, and some of them were engaged, and the one was like, "I just want to have a boyfriend." It's just super bad, and I always would cry, and so I know I would like Love on the Spectrum. I will probably cry, though.
Oh,
Hey, baby.
I did too.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Baby.
Dr. Baby, what are you doing?
Are you enjoying watching the Israeli aircraft cross above your head every day?
Yep, I do, and I also enjoy the Bombi Ron song every day from 1980s. It's still relevant today. Please listen to it.
Bum 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 bum
Bum bum bum bum Iran. Bum 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 Iran. Bum Iran.
What I wanted to say. You didn't see my PTR?
No. Oh yes, yes, yes.
What's
That
your
was
PTR?
beautiful.
I told you. Whatever, I can explain it to you if you don't want to look at it. It's basically...
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
That's cute for us, but not for the people who are under it.
Yeah, I just...
We're catching up on all the flights that we missed.
By the way, they're saying that Khamenei might be dead and might be killed tonight. So
Did you look at the room title?
Ayatollah killed himself in a bunker. Where is Eva Brown? Oh no! So they said that a bunker buster was actually hitting his bunker. So
I mean, Israel did use a bunker buster and did hit a bunker, but I kind of doubt it's.
That's where the general was. The third one.
So they're saying that Khamenei is dead, but we need the confirmation. So we're probably not gonna hear it until morning.
Imagine that bunker buster. It was during his inauguration for the new general. He forgot everybody.
That would have been funny.
They were all celebrating his new position.
Yeah, according to Rafi, they promoted a new head of intelligence who was assassinated within 15 minutes of taking the job.
Well, yeah, listen.
But Rafi's sources are complicated. Let's put it
The
that way.
hiring team has to be, ready for any moment of martyrdom and sudden explosions.
So this is another information. Iran reports that Mashhad complex of the nuclear studies is completely destroyed.
Cute. We need more. Not enough. I just wanted to say hi and say
What's up?
I actually thought to text you a few times recently, and just ADHD's a bitch.
that's okay. I just wanted to give you guys the good news about Khamenei, but seems like you guys already are catching up. Gonna
Yeah,
try
we're
to go
all
to sleep.
caught up.
It's late here.
Sleep well.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye-bye.
Night.
Bye.
So Khomeini dies, let's say. What then?
Well, I mean, then they will. His son would likely take over,
They take him out,
and then they would take him out.
and that's where the regime falls. Basically.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, they can always continue to hold on
I'm surprised our national military is still holding on like strong.
I would think they're not. I mean, what are they doing? Like their missile team seems to still be doing something, but what else are they doing?
So the national security sides with the IRGC, basically, it's just another division of IRGC.
I mean, they've got like three or four different. They've got IRGC, they've got Al Quds. IRGC is the overall government. Al Quds Force is their. I think that it's the part of the military they send overseas, and they've got the like Bilal al-Sham or some other Arabic sounding name. That's like their domestic military defense. Under that, they've got intelligence. They've got like their avionics. They've got different units and whatnot. They've got the Basijis, which are like the Nazi equivalent is they're the brown shirts, right? They're the ones that go around and scare people into compliance. And they also have the morality police. And they might also have, I think they may also have like standard police, but I'm not sure.
They were giving out everybody like a ministry job and like a local behind it for their top guys. Because the way that this Iranian guy told me that
It's been a while.
they told me that the IRGC has more technology than the national military. They're sitting with the better weapons compared to the national military.
I mean, I don't think that's. The IRGC is the entire government.
So yeah, so it's basically them too.
That's like saying the president has better technology than the Marine Corps.
Correct. So yeah,
I mean, sure, yeah, the president's got access to whatever the government has. What's going on, Dean? How are you?
Trevor's $350. I think that's a good day.
Good answer.
How are you, Jeff? How's everyone?
Thank God. Doing good.
That's great. How are you feeling about what's happening in Iran and Israel?
I mean, from what I can tell, it seems great.
Same. I'm just feeling bad about all the innocents that are being caught in it, but I hope my main fear is that Trump might ruin it and not let it go all the way.
Everybody following this, our main fear is Trump's going to fuck it up.
He's really, he's unreliable. And for me, as a Jew, as an Iranian as well, so it's a lot. For me, I really want to see a free Iran. I want to visit Iran. I want to go there. So there are a lot of mixed emotions and feelings I have. I'm feeling bad for the people that are dying, but I want Iran to be free. I want the people to be free. I want to see people from Israel and Iran having their ancient relationships back. And yeah, I mean, it's like true friendships, like Azerbaijan, similar to that.
Yeah, no, I think, obviously there are innocent people caught in the crossfire in Israel. They're being targeted. And there are innocents in Iran that are being, that are unfortunately in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, Jeff.
So, what, Prince?
Is America joining? Or?
It's Trump.
Probably not.
It's Trump. We have no idea what he has in his mind.
What do y'all think?
I think the world will be better when the Ayatollah is dead at the hands of the Iranian people.
They joining this weekend, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, already ambassador to the U.S. You heard what he said, right? 2 or 3 days ago.
What did he say?
he said in a conference that there will be a huge surprise for the world to witness. It will be around Thursday, Friday.
Bro, that's bullshit.
So basically now, at any moment now.
A huge surprise, like nuclear?
No, he said a huge surprise will be much bigger than the pager surprise that people
You
thought.
know, Dan, if they join, the Pakistani will join. You know what I'm saying?
No,
They
but
will
it's
make
not,
it America.
guys, something you don't. Some people don't understand.
Pakistan ain't joining shit. The U.S. has cheat codes for all of their fucking plans.
Exactly. That's what they relied on the U.S.
Yo, Jeff, the Pakistani will join and bomb
The Pakistanis ain't doing shit.
America.
The Pakistanis ain't doing shit. They're just a bunch of filthy banchodes that they should stay home and eat their honey.
Damn.
banchos.
If Pakistan joins, India is joining.
Yeah, none of that's happened.
Right.
Sorry to ruin your wet dreams.
And the thing is, if India joins, China's gonna join.
And China will
Nobody's
take Taiwan.
joining.
Nobody's
Joining.
Guys, there's this Palestinian thinker. His name is Abdul Bari Atwan. He's like really well known.
What's his name?
Abdul Rahman is Egyptian.
Really?
Egyptian going on.
Abdul Bari Atwan.
Who the hell is that?
Oh, I heard you wrong.
Abdul
Yeah,
Bari Atwan? What's his name?
Yeah. So he made a tweet saying that both Pakistan and North Korea are joining. So the official Pakistan in Arabic website, Twitter account,
Really?
it's basically run by the president of the president's office in Pakistan. They reply saying we usually only focus about the achievements of Pakistan and the culture, but we will make, he said in like a diplomatic way, we'll say. But this time we'll cross the boundaries and we'll say this is basically say what he said is an utter rubbish and bullshit.
South Korea would fuck up America. Real shit.
South Korea is an ally.
North Korea, he means. North.
What kind of bullshit?
No one is joining. Russia is not joining.
All right. I'm bored with these retards. Let's take out the
There's going to
trash.
be World War III, bro. You don't know yet.
No, it's not.
These people are fucking delusional. They're really delusional.
Hey, Jeff, you know I'm right.
No, you're not. You're an idiot. Shut the fuck up.
Absolutely. Oh gosh. Remember this African guy when he's like watching videos and said, Ali, do you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. These guys.
I love that guy.
100% Delulu.
Mm-hmm.
How Delulu are you?
Those who believe in World War III and
You know what's amazing though is that like it doesn't matter if people are Iranian or like Jewish or Israeli, like we're all sitting here saying the same thing. This is going great. We just hope Trump doesn't fuck it up.
yes, exactly. This is my main fear. I mean, he said today it might take 2 weeks to make a decision. What? You are waiting for the war to end? Like a week after it might end, you will make a decision?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
I mean, Trump is capitalizing on his amazing position on his own justifications, ally of America, and while Iran begs for Israel to stop destroying it, America can show up with a sweetheart deal. They can decide to destroy them or befriend them. Trump has literally any option.
Is this Captain Mustachio speaking?
No,
That was Big Son.
I do
okay.
though.
So you're making fun, Matzid, right?
No.
No, he's right. I mean, that was actually the situation.
That's why Trump is saying nothing. He's saying, I'll decide when I decide, because as far as he knows, A, he's got a great position, and there's every possibility that within at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, it'll only improve. That's why he's just like playing it by ear.
Oh, yeah, I get you. Of course, and especially like his tweets when he was like, we have end surrender, complete surrender, and all of that.
Yeah, that's
so basically, he capitalized on everything Israel did, and he was like, we did that, we control the airspace, blah, blah, blah. He wanted like to take the whole accountability different. Like it's his. He wanted to do that.
Yeah,
And
well,
probably-
speaks English better than the Israelis, so he probably will take credit in English.
Yeah, he will. I mean, come on, Bibi is great, and both Bibi and Herzog, they are like fluent, basically Americans. And who's the other one? Yeah, everyone speaks English in the cabinet. Even I heard Benegvir speaking
There's
English.
speaking English, and then there's being a New York salesman like Donald Trump.
Yes, this is the problem.
It's not a problem. It's what got him where he is. Maybe you want to say
Yeah,
that.
but I don't want him like to take too much credit for things he's not doing, and also like putting more Israelis in danger for not doing the right thing in the right time. You know what I mean?
What, Trump?
Yeah,
Trump doesn't care about Israelis.
of course he doesn't. I know this, and I kept saying it over and over again. Just because he has Jewish grandchildren, he doesn't mean that he does. Like,
It's just not his main priority. But, like,
Yeah.
they're still allies. And, meaning, dead Israelis, Trump may not personally care that they are dead. He absolutely cares that he can utilize that politically. There's a dead Israeli, Trump has something to talk about.
exactly. But I'm fearing that it might be like maybe he's looking at it and he's thinking, oh, it's not enough yet. So that's.
Who, Trump?
For Israelis, it is different. For Israelis, a lot had been lost already. Like it's been.
Yeah, the hospital. Not good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like 1900 already since October 7th. The deaths and the injuries plus 15,000. So it's not. The numbers are not small.
But Iran is a bunch of assholes, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, and not to mention all those freaking leftists and Marxists and all
Nothing
those.
pisses me off more than
Sorry, what? Can you repeat it?
nothing pisses me off more than a peacenik. Someone who decries war constantly, never understanding that decrying war just leads to more war.
Yeah, exactly. And especially when they're like defending a country that basically been waging war on another country and is threatening to annihilate it, and been doing it since October 7th.
You can't beat a war by denying its legitimacy. The only way to end a war is through some application of justice. It's just the only way.
Exactly.
Someone has to be proven right. We need a verdict, or else we're just going to keep killing each other. And if you cry, oh my God, stop killing each other, so you don't want a verdict, great, more death.
Yeah, exactly. This is a problem, and we've seen it over and over. People were saying, oh, don't go after. In the beginning, people wanted to go from the beginning against Hitler, and he kept invading one country after the other, and how many people he killed in the process, and 48 years.
Hold on,
yeah,
Dean.
okay.
1 second, Dean, for one, please. Reports again. They're saying idea of drones are all over the skies of Tehran. Over 500 drones are reported.
Wow.
And these are little drones that guys were using with the propellers. I think idea of drones are a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, it's a Friday now.
I don't know, drone technology is complicated, the things they use and for what purposes. Like, I'd always think, like, oh, they're going to look like tiny little planes, really, like, streaking through the sky. And it's like, no, a lot of helicopters, a lot of little like, basically holding a payload and holding it directly. You know, it's weird, the technology that's developing around drones.
Yeah, you have the kamikaze drones. Israel used some of those initially for the air defenses. The one they use inside Iran.
Okay, so it's time for me to share with you what I know is going on.
Are they dropping the
So what this blanket of drones is doing, it's called Iron Eyes. Israel developed an AI-empowered fleet of drones that can watch every inch of Tehran, every moment of time. And AI has the programming to make that information useful.
And how long are
So basically, like civilian cameras all over Tehran, close range.
Okay, so now we own the airs and we see everything.
So hold on, but Jeff, let me ask you a different question. How long could they last in the sky? Don't they need to recharge or refuel?
Sure.
Yeah,
There's three separate fleets.
Oh, okay.
So their stage, all I can say is somewhere nearby to Iran, and they take 8-hour shifts.
Right. Oh, they can be in the skies for 8 hours.
Yeah, this is all part of the next generation, next part of the plan, where which is going to be called Operation I Am That I Am. Basically, Israel's becoming God.
Wow.
Their control of the region is reaching divine levels.
Divine, exactly. Divine control. I made all this up, but it seems believable.
I'm so fucking confused, you fucking guy.
I knew when I started seeing shit out your mouth. You're a believable person, Jeff. That's why.
I am. It's true. Totally believable.
But there is a and Trump administration boosts monitoring of possible Iran-backed cells in U.S.
In this case, I just happen to be talking to shit. By the way, did you hear this today? Some of the Iranians are talking about they might use some of the enriched uranium and load it in their missiles that will hit Tel Aviv or something like that.
Bomb.
It will not be a bomb, but like they are
called a dirty bomb.
Yeah, a dirty bomb.
It's lazy, it's sloppy, and it's not what we're scared of.
So in Iran, they put up a Megan David on one of the buildings. They see like somebody took a picture and sent it. Boy, I don't know if it's from Iran because I don't get how they're getting all this shit if the internet is down. That's what's very confusing.
Yeah, exactly. The internet was back yesterday because I have people in Iran, so basically it was back for a few hours yesterday. But it keeps going and coming back. So since yesterday, there was no internet.
Last time Elon Musk shared his Starlink.
Apparently, they cannot use it either.
I mean, they have to have the receivers, storage receivers.
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah. So they don't have it.
And they just unplugged the router.
They didn't unplug the router.
Now, by the way, let's just go down the rabbit hole of my made-up theory.
Nice.
It would be very convenient if we were going to do Operation Iron Eyes to have, I don't know, Elon Musk's satellite there turned on so that it can feed back all of that data, all of that big, beautiful data to the IDF in real time.
Makes sense. But then, who's controlling Iran? Who we have in control?
What do you mean? They have
control Iran.
Assad was controlling Iran from day one. You guys didn't know that? Come on.
That's right. The overthrow of the Shah was orchestrated by Mossad.
Honestly.
It's always the Mossad, and it's never an accident.
It's all connected.
Yes. By the way, when are we going to use the space laser?
We're waiting for a good occasion. This stuff is small fare.
I need some popcorn with it earlier.
I really want us to use it.
We're saving it for either Turkey or Egypt. Egypt apparently didn't get enough plagues, and they need one more.
Yeah, but Turkey is a big one. Turkey is going to be a big war. We will have a big war with Turkey. I should make
Turkey might still have a deal. You don't know. Turkey could.
I don't know. They're like.
You don't know, but let's keep in mind, like, if Iran were to modernize, secularize, become cosmopolitan and Western again, you don't know what the whole region might end up like. That's a very different world.
Yeah, the thing is, Turkey is already like playing another game right now. They started it with the fall of the Syrian regime, so they are now super friendly with the Kurds. So they are basically allied again. So they were already allied with the Iraqi Kurds, Barzanis, basically. And now they use the Barzanis to become friends again with the Syrian Kurds. Basically, they stopped hostilities between each other, and they're trying to say, "Oh, we have a shared history." Sure, because the Kurds basically were the military branch of the Ottomans in many ways. Like we're not talking like after they got rid of the Albanians and the Europeans and others, they were the Kurds, and they were brutal. Like really, really brutal and Islamist, Sunni Islamist. Like they would kill other Kurds for not being
I
Sunnis.
mean, what more could you want for an ethnic hit squad?
Yeah. So this is the scary part, especially if the fall of Iran is not done in the right way. So that's why I really want the Shah to come back, at least to have a transitional government and keep the country together. We can't have a divided Iran. It's too dangerous for the Kurds to unite right now. I always supported the Kurdish cause, but now it's getting scary with their Turkish alliance. We can't allow this to happen.
Oh, come
It's too
on.
scary.
You're trying to make Kurdistan for decades. You're saying now you're afraid Kurdistan will be too friendly with Turkey?
They started.
Okay, so what's so bad with that? They can be friendly. If they step out of line, we blow them up too.
Yeah, but it will be a lot. They're all in the mountains, and they have these fast tactics to go to the
Well,
mountains.
darn, it just looks like another military victory the Jews are going to have to figure out.
I mean, we want to retire and some pina coladas and banana beach instead of constant wars.
Can't do that until there's peace in the air.
Yeah, we are making
Look,
peace.
at the end of the day, you don't eliminate 40 years of oppression with an agreement, right? Like, most Kurds still hate Kurds, and most Turks still hate Kurds.
Right.
Yeah, but they have hundreds of years of cooperation.
No,
together,
but
especially
think of it this way. If the people alive today, Turks and Kurds, don't like each other,
Yeah.
but they have an uneasy alliance, allowing Kurdistan to grow up and develop some of its own abilities, sure, while working with Turkey, is just a future friend. They don't like Turkey. They're working with them so that they can gain strength. Once they have strength, they just as easily fight the Turks.
Yeah, but the problem is, for example, I lived in Iraqi Kurdistan, and when I lived there, it was terrifying for me. The amount of hate they have for non-Muslims, for non-Sunni Muslims, it's unimaginable. For the Yazidi minority, for the Christians.
Where did you live, Dean? Where did you live?
And Slimani and Erbil. So basically, these two main Kurdish cities. And I've been moving all over Kurdistan for a few years, so been all over. And I've witnessed real huge violations, even people at the checkpoint being kicked for saying they are not Kurds. Especially the Yazidi minority. Christians being harassed.
It's the Middle East.
Yeah.
This is how the Middle East works.
Yeah, but they try to show it. Oh, we are
We're not gonna magically make it, North America or Europe. It's the Middle East.
Yeah, exactly. But they are trying to show it, sell it in a different way. Kurdistan, come to Kurdistan and see us how different we are. I mean, I believed the propaganda at the beginning, and I went there.
So let them spin their propaganda. The truth will come out.
Yes.
Question:
Answer? Yeah.
If a Turk and a Kurd have a baby together, would we call them a turd?
Yes, a turd.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure that was registering right in my brain. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, I'm still waiting for the surprise, for the big surprise.
Who said there was going to be a big surprise?
Okay, here comes the big surprise. Changing my PTR.
Okay, come on, Khabat Tahran is good. I like it.
I'll go back.
Okay. magic.
Okay,
That will be lit. There will be kobida in it.
BTR.
Gefilte fish. Okay. Nuke the Ayatollah. Nice.
I'm on Twitter right now, and some guy named Jesus Rosas, it's in all caps. You're telling me that Khomeini and Khamenei are two different dudes? They're not the same person?
Dude, I have friends still now that they can't tell the difference. They keep Googling.
I mean, Rafi keeps calling him Khomeini too.
Yeah. No, that dude, Khomeini died in 89.
He's a
Remember
hole.
that. Yeah. This is Khamenei. Khomeini is the Indian of the Shakti. Khamenei is Azari. So try to remember these things. Okay, I think you need to be like Iranians to know the differences.
So his roots are from Azerbaijan?
Yeah, he's Azari.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, his ethnic group is Azari. And Khomeini basically tried to say he's Persian, but I remember the interview for the Shah. Like, I saw a clip from it. And it was saying, he's not even Iranian, he's Indian. And when I went back to his actual name, it's Ruhullah al-Hindi. But he was born in Khomeini, like his father was Indian, who went to Iran, moved to Iran. So he's like from an Indian family. He's not really Persian. But anyways, people move around a lot. He could have become Persian if he wanted and preserve the culture and everything, but he decided to go local on us. He decided to be Mexican. sorry. If there's any Mexican, I'm just making fun.
Guys, what is this? I'm white when I'm dirty and black when I'm clean. What am I? And we know this riddle?
White when you're dirty?
I am white when I'm dirty and black when I'm clean. What am I?
A black car?
No.
A chalkboard.
A chalkboard?
Alright.
Yeah.
Correct.
But it could be green.
What is it? What? It's called
It could be green.
It's called the blackboard.
Oh, okay. I mean, this is too old for me. This is ancient. More explosions in Tehran.
Yeah, I'm getting videos explosions from Tehran, but I'm not understanding how these videos are making it.
No, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how. Like, maybe some of them have like satellite internet, because there is satellite internet without even Starlink.
It's either satellite video or they disabled the internet, like the towers and everything, in like the highly populated areas. Because how are they communicating between each other?
Yeah, exactly why you pulled me over because I accidentally ran to that. I'm just really tired, man. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm on my way. I drive for Lyft. I'm on my way home tomorrow, man. Just trying to go home and go to bed, man.
We pull someone over.
I think Cap got pulled over. Would you like us to mute you before you give them your personal information out loud? I think I'm gonna mute Cap.
Yeah,
you should.
Before he starts giving out his personal information.
Great job. you guys.
Okay, so I actually do have something that is newsy. There are reports, and this is coming from a fairly legitimate press source, that Khamenei is in such poor mental state that he is no longer being consulted on many matters that are happening in Iran. So he's been sidelined, is what they were.
Oh, who is now in
Right. Probably his son, Mustafa.
Yeah, it would be his son.
Yeah.
Or his son is dead. In order to make that happen, they would have to kill his son. So either his son is essentially started a coup against his father, or the rest of the government has essentially like this is like a soft coup. Imagine, I mean, basically they're doing to him what they did to what the Democrats did to Biden.
Soft coup.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think Mustafa been in control for a while now. Like, it couldn't be him. Like, he wouldn't do a coup against his father since he is already in control.
That's the only thing that would save his life right now, probably. If that would save his life. Or to justify to save his life.
Yeah. The militias in Iraq and the Grand Ayatollah in Iraq, all of them, they were saying Khamenei is the red line. They will not allow him to be killed. They will not accept it. So, and the militias in Iraq, 3 militias, I think, said they will unleash their power against all the American targets and citizens. They will not just go after military target. Any American citizen. But in general, Iraq is not. It's not that scary in a way. Like they're really easy targets. Mine is flat. It's easy. Guys, did you see all the tweets by Khamenei?
No.
He didn't? It's crazy. That's crazy. So here's one tweet from. It's basically July 3rd, 2014. It's like you go to a shop. When you come out, your money gone, but you bought things. What's important, what you purchased is worth a fortune. This is actually a tweet on his verified English account, and I took the screenshot myself, and I have the link to it. And then he put another one. And basically, he was writing in the way that we used to write as teens, you know, like instead of 2TO, we put the number 2 and stuff like that. So I went to school with a clock. Since first days, it was uncomfortable to wear it in front of other kids, but I tried to make up for it by being naughty and playful. This is actually a tweet from September 24th, 2013. That's crazy. Who had the account? 14 years old?
What's up, gangsta? Ow, what's Gucci with you? You've been in and out.
Did you say my name?
I said, what's good with you?
Hold on 1
second. You know, I'm just thinking about what to have for dinner.
Nice. I just had like a nice Korean chicken sandwich. Actually, surprisingly, it was very cute. Very cute. Like it's honey mustard. Like it was nice. It was like sweet and like crispy. Like it was good.
That sounds yummy.
Bon appetit.
It had like baby arugula with some other things in it. Like it was nice.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, it was good. I was very like you know, debating should I try it or not, but it came from like a ghetto place, but they did a really nice looking sandwich, I gotta say.
Is it getting hot there?
Today it's gray with rain and a little chilly, I gotta admit. But
Really?
we're getting some fucked up weather on. I'll tell you what, I just saw it and I didn't believe it, and I think we're gonna be hotter than Florida. So starting Sunday, we're getting 33, 33, and 30.
We're gonna be like 100 degrees for 3 days.
Sorry, so Saturday it starts. My fault. So Saturday's when it gets really hot, but then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday is when it becomes retarded. So let's do
Yeah, there's a heat wave coming through next week.
scientific.
It's just always hot here.
No, we're
It's gonna be hotter here.
We're getting your weather, Jeff. Congrats.
Yeah, Rafi, next week, pretty much from halfway through America to the East Coast, it's going to be around 37, 38 degrees.
Yo, Captain, did you get a ticket? Did you get pulled over?
Yeah,
You good?
yeah.
With a warning, just a warning.
No warning, no nothing, he said.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
Did you have to blow him for that?
No. I forgot I was on mics and everything.
Well, you didn't have
That's
to.
so embarrassing.
That's
No, I've gone now and it's raining, so I hit my brakes way too late and slid through a stoplight. And so he pulled me over for that. And I told him, I was like, I tried to brake. I'm really tired, which I am. And I was on my way home. And I told him exactly where I live, which was only 5 miles from the house. And he came back and, I handed him all my stuff. He ran it all and came back and said, no warning, no ticket. Just get home and get some rest, man. Be careful. And I said, I'm going straight home now. I'm going to stop at the dollar store by the house and deposit my cash into my cash app first, but that's like 200 feet from my house.
So what I wanted to say, it's gonna be mid-95 Fahrenheit, your temperature we're getting. Yeah. I don't understand that formula. It's a little confusing. It's add, multiply, and divide after. Like there's 3 steps to that formula, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3
It's just
steps.
hard.
No, it's just that formula. Like I know how to do the pounds.
It's not for me. I don't want to do it.
No, like
See,
sorry, go.
I've just remembered where about 80 degrees is for y'all, what that would translate to. And it's roughly 28 degrees, somewhere around there. And then I know about the difference that it should be for each, so I roughly can do it in my head, but it's just a memorization of the correlating temperatures from
I think 78 is like 24 or something, or 22.
Yeah, it's 70.
Like
It's
it's
24.
yeah.
You want to hear
It's a bit confusing.
I always go for 27. It's comfortable.
But for the Middle East, it's hard. You can't use Fahrenheit because it's always like in the higher hundreds. It's scary to say the numbers. I mean, it's scary in Celsius. But still.
Oh my god.
It's the same thing. It's just scarier depending on what you call it.
Exactement.
But what you call it does kind of, size sometimes. Chef.
Jeff.
Mr. Jeff.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Picking up my friend for birthday dinner.
Oh, you're going to Din Din. Okay. Yum.
Which is good because I'm hungry as fuck.
So basically 67 Celsius, and it reaches this amount in the summer parts of Kuwait, Iraq, and Iran. It's 152 Fahrenheit.
Hey, Yakov.
Hey, how are you? I just found somebody else's hair in my shorts.
Oh, no.
Short curly hairs? No, it was the wrong one. That's how I know it's somebody
At
else.
least you didn't say it was a rabbit. You didn't have someone's hair in your shorts.
Oh, the other spelling.
HAR.
Here. Has anyone heard the new, talking about spelling and stuff, has anyone heard the new, somebody has redone the A, B, C, D, E, F, G song and changed it to get rid of the elemento? Because kids think elemento is one
I
letter.
think I heard that.
It's really odd. I heard it recently.
There's several versions because
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle did a jazzy version that kind of gets rid of the element.
Pardon?
Yeah, I meant like the one they're doing in schools. Like someone's trying to get
So
rid of
it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yeah, it's in threes basically.
Yeah. So something I heard it the other day. Because my granddaughter was like my son is singing to her. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you butchered that song. Like, come on. It's like that's what we're teaching you to do. Like, really?
Yeah, because
America always butchers stuff like that. I mean, you even have the reverse alphabets.
they should teach kids at a.
Yeah, you gotta learn that so in case you're pulled over by a cop. You can
Yeah.
fly really quickly.
about to say, teach them at an early age.
Right. Like, how could you do that? Z, Y, X, Z, W.
To be honest, I will fail this test
Yeah.
sober.
It's very it's a really biased.
That's the
I
thing.
like-
You have to be careful because if the cops just say the alphabet backwards, if you say I couldn't even do that when I'm sober, that's like a bad thing to say. Just say you have to do like the last couple. You have to do it in threes. So
That was the best,
X,
Jakob.
Y, Z, Z, Y, X, U, V, W, W.
Jakob, you want to know what's the best? Is all I have to say to the cop is, sorry, I don't speak English. I'm an immigrant.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, play that
Yeah,
card.
you should say, do you want the alphabet in
I guess
backwards?
I'm gonna start speaking broken Russian to them, like Russian and English, and like get a little scared and confused. They just let me go every time. It works.
I love your PTR, Rafi. I love
You
your
like it?
PTR. Oh, it's so good. I need to copy that.
Thank you just did it to me, Ralphie. It's back. What is it? You got me going. What the fuck?
It's that love for you, Raph.
I don't know. He told me he didn't feel nothing.
Rafi
Now he's feeling again.
Hallmark
Now I
is a
feel
big,
it again.
Hallmark is a big fan.
My number. What's that? There's a song about a fan. I'll be your number one fan or something.
Yeah. Number one fan, Muna.
Is that the
I'm
song?
borrowing this PTR, Rafi.
Take it, bro.
Thanks. Where'd you get it?
From my groups that I'm in.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
I think it's when you start
Just F-15s and F-35. No F-16s.
huge protest downtown Toronto for the Persians.
Huge. It's huge.
Against involvement, leave
So
them
Israeli
alone.
flags are there with the Persians flags.
Oh, it's always like that in the protests for the Persians.
Yeah, no, they came out because they come out for the Jews, or it's the Persians holding Israeli flags. But yeah,
Yeah, And then after October 7th, there were a lot of Persians coming out with the Jews holding out the Iranian flag, the Israeli. I mean the Shah's flag, not the Islamist one. They don't use that one.
Every time you say Persian, I'm just picturing emoji Tito.
Sure.
Wait, is Khomeini been eliminated?
It's not Khomeini, it's Khamenei.
Whatever. Okay, you know what I like to, you know how we actually, to be honest, I actually do know the difference between the first guy who overthrew the Shah and this guy, but I just messed up this time.
There are reports about it, but we're not sure yet. There is no confirmation from Israel or anyone yet, so there are rumors about it, so no confirmation yet. We don't know. But we know that today there will be a surprise.
Yes.
The next minutes, hours, there will be a huge surprise, bigger than the pager surprise.
So I'm gonna go for a quick nap for the surprise because I'm very, very tired. And yeah, if anything happens, just start screaming my name really loud.
We will.
Like Afi!
Basically, but like it's gonna take about half an hour to 45 minutes for me to even probably like flip over.
Okay.
But just continue trying.
Wait, so what happened? What did I miss today?
Oh my god.
What?
Today, not much. We're just waiting for a surprise, so you didn't miss it yet. It's happening. In the coming minutes, hours, we don't know yet.
Do they really think that Macron's wife is a guy?
I don't know.
There's this there's this video of them walking in Vietnam. The video says pay close attention to how the wife walks.
There were a lot of these rumors, especially, do you remember about Michelle Obama?
Yeah, I did see the video of her on Ellen DeGeneres. That was rather odd.
I don't know. I mean, usually even, sometimes when people hate people, they would come up with the worst ideas. But like, we know they have children, stuff like that, so I don't know. I wouldn't care much about that, even though I really hated Obama. And that's after I loved him at the beginning. I was like, oh, so excited about it. But then it was horrible.
What happened on Ellen DeGeneres? Hello?
Blue, is that supposed to be like the plane Qatar gives the U.S. as a Trojan horse?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a 747 though, but I get the idea.
What did Michelle do on Ellen?
She was dancing. I gotta find the clip, but she was dancing, and what appears to be like a package in her pants just is like there's this thing moved around in her pants that just looks very unfemale-like. So of course everyone in the world. So that's where the Michael Obama thing started, which I think is like not cool, but
Were you talking?
it is a rather odd video.
Oh, Yaakov, who's in your program?
What? Who's in what?
Oh, I asked who is in your profile picture. I said that.
That's a little Ukrainian girl who came with her mother from Ukraine for cancer treatment. I think she had, what is cancer of the blood called? Leukemia, thank you very much. Leukemia, and she was met with a ballistic missile and is no longer with us.
Oh my god. She rest in peace.
So so she went back to Ukraine, and then
No, she was in Tel Aviv with her mother for medical treatments, and they were killed by a ballistic missile strike.
That makes sense.
She was killed in the attack on Soroka today.
No, that's in Beersheba. She was in Tel Aviv last week.
Okay. Tel Aviv.
Yeah,
No one was killed. No one was killed.
I have a family friend that was telling me, like, he told me this like 10 years ago, but he said that he had just gotten back, like, from Israel, or maybe it was even, like, you know, a few years before that. But he said that he, like, his friend got way too drunk and, like, they left the bar or whatever, and then the bar ended up, like, exploding, like, you know, a few hours after they left.
Well, timing's everything in life.
And then he ended up going to prison.
Timing's everything.
Yeah, well, no, he went to prison because someone's husband wouldn't sign a get, and so they beat the shit out of the guy and they got caught. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, some reports from Iran saying the internet is coming back. People are in the street and are attacking IRGC bases and homes. This is from Goldie Ramari.
Oh, what up?
She's a well-known.
Logisticals is here.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, cool.
Am I liking? Is someone talking?
No.
It's talking.
Oh, okay.
No, you are.
I'm still at the salon.
What are you getting done?
I just have like a head full of foils right now, and then just a haircut, and I'm going out. So I don't know. I have literally so many foils. Yeah, he's like, I don't do this much foils for anyone, but I was like, I don't doubt that.
Have you been dating some guy?
Yes, I have a new boyfriend.
Yeah, not so tough. How many dates? How many?
I can't really hear you. I'm like my phones.
I said, how long you been dating?
I didn't realize how tired I was, guys. Before I dropped Debbie off, which is why I haven't talked much since 2. She told me I looked really tired and she was worried about me on the drive home.
Good that you made this safely. I'm more focused on reading the news right now. That's why I'm not talking much.
Oh, you guys have an entertaining room today.
Yeah, no, it's very entertaining, ain't it?
So much going on.
Yeah, that's a great time to do yoga.
What is what's going to be in the headlines today that I don't know about?
Not sure. It's about the surprise. We're still waiting for the big Israel, the surprise.
And it says there was going to be a big surprise again.
It was said by the Israeli ambassador 2 days ago. He said it was.
Oh, Israel said there's going to be a big surprise.
Yes. So the Israeli ambassador to the U.S. said it. Not to the UN, to the U.S.
And it's going to be bigger than the beavers.
The page, yeah, it's going to be bigger than the pagers. So
I wonder when they're going to be.
Yeah, it will be around Thursday, Friday. So basically after Thursday midnight, Friday early morning.
So sometime probably within the next 12 hours?
No, probably within the next 6 hours max. We are in that time frame right now. Now it's basically in Israel it's 2:48 and add half an hour to that to Iran in the morning.
So it's like 3:15 in the morning.
Yeah. So let us see how big is it. Are they hit it? So that was the thing. That was before they decided to kill Khamenei. So there is something big, whether they kill him or not. But what is it? I don't know. There's like speculations about like the Iranian military army working with the Mossad in order to have a coup, make a coup. Especially that the army and the IRCG are basically enemies. The army is really sidelined.
Okay, let's see if we change the subject to something more entertaining.
Yeah, really.
Just
Like
a little bit more.
gas or something. This is getting...
Is Elle there?
Al, wake up. We need some action here.
I'm bored. I am bored.
Hey, let's fucking...
Did you watch?
What?
Did you watch the Fever game the other night?
I did. Fucking loved it.
That shit. Yeah, I know. Wasn't that the most awesome game ever?
I love that fucking game. And
I can't get over the highlights. I just keep rewatching them.
I can't get enough of Sophie Cunningham.
AB's my favorite.
Yeah.
Sophie's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she's like an enforcer, and that's not what she came to the team about.
Exactly.
She's just pissed. She's just pissed.
She's not happy anymore, Philip.
No, I like how Caitlin, like, they poked her in the eye. Like, I don't usually say things that are, like, obvious. That was pretty obvious. And then Caitlin pushes the girl away, like, what the hell did you do to me? And then she gets decked. And they don't they don't eject the female that decked her. And I was thinking, oh, this is interesting. And then right when Sophie did that, everybody said the same thing, which was, gonna see that coming.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
it was good.
I'm enjoying it.
What's the WNBA gonna do? I'm putting on Clark at this point. Like, I mean, she is probably the biggest ratings influencer right now in sports. Like, she's bigger than LeBron at this point.
Yes, games that she's playing in are the viewership rivals NBA games.
Yep, and it's just getting better and better for people that are following her.
Yeah.
So, oh man, she's so much fun to watch.
What I don't like, though, I mean, I don't want to see them just let it turn into, female mud wrestling.
They can't do that because the issue is that Caitlin's the star in this, right? Like, there's going to be others that are just as good as her. It's just like anything else. When people know they can play to those levels, people think past them. But the issue right now that kind of revolves around the whole thing is that Caitlin can't take this every game. Like, it doesn't matter who you are.
She's just
like,
getting beat on. She just came back from an injury. Yeah, she's coming back. She missed the last part of
10 games,
it was
right?
5 games. Yeah.
So it's gonna be if you guys are into the WNBA, you need to go look at the Indiana Fever games and start figuring it out. Start watching them. Like, Seth, you're into sports. Why are you watching Caitlin? Why are you watching our girl?
She's good. Philip, I don't know if I told you, my daughter used to play against her all the time.
Okay, that makes well, you're in that part of the country for sure.
So
competitive basketball, I bet, is basically filled with people from the Midwest that know all about Caitlin.
Well, we played all over the country, but they both were in on an AAU team that they don't call it that, but that's what it is. It's college exposure. So
sure,
we were in Ames. Like I got so tired of driving to fucking Ames, Iowa. Oh my God, I wanted to. But that's where a lot of big tournaments were. And then in the summer, we would travel to Orlando, Washington, D.C. They played in Indianapolis. They played, all over. Texas. They played in Dallas. But
my wife went to Iowa State, so it's not surprising to hear that's where people go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so All Iowa Attack is where Caitlin came from. And we were a spin-off, a sister program, Nebraska Attack, to that program. So, all of these girls were going D1, playing D1, but she stood out even from them. She always stood out. And she was not a dirty player. She was a hard player.
No, she's not a dirty player now either.
She's not. That's not who she is.
You watch her put her shoulder into somebody, and it's all legal. Their feet aren't set, and she's driving to the rim. And
exactly.
They don't like foul. She doesn't like how physical. They don't like how physical she is, and they don't like the fact that she's athletic. So you you start gouging against the physical side, and then all of a sudden she steps back and drains a three.
Exactly.
And it really makes them angry. And the thing that makes them more angry than not, this is the thing that is political, and this is the issue they have. The thing that makes everybody angry is that she's a white girl.
Yes.
That's what's making everybody angry on the other side of the court. Like, it's not
exactly.
Everybody thinks they should have the same. Like, when I hear people say, like, oh, you know, we're all just as good as her. It's like, dude, like, it's not hard to understand why men and women are both watching Caitlyn. Like, she is not boring.
We feel like we're watching the Michael Jordan of women's basketball.
Yep.
That's
It doesn't look like she's trying to replicate another player. It looks like she's her own player.
She's definitely her own player, and I mean, she played that same way as a kid. Like, she draw fouls.
She played for her brothers.
Physical.
It's very clear that she played against her brother and that they didn't treat her like a girl. It's very obvious.
Yep.
It's and you look, it's nobody expects women's sports to be as athletic as men. I think what we're saying is, if you're gonna put a sport on TV and you want people to watch it, there's got to be some entertainment value to it. Caitlyn actually brings entertainment value.
Well, basketball for women looks different too, right? Because we're not dunking. We're not. So it's a different game. It's a little bit more. You know, it's not as athletic, but it is. It's as athletic as women can be. Right.
Yeah, it's just different. You're not going to have a woman that's going to be 220 pounds dunking.
But you can see right there, watch that game, and you can understand, like, why women, like, that would be dangerous to have a man playing on a women's team. It'd be actually dangerous.
AB is a dominant guard or dominant forward guard.
Yeah, forward.
And she's never going to be a dominant against a man. Like, I can probably roll over AB at my 240 pounds. So I'm sure she can actually still will be on the basketball court, but she's not going to have any physical movement against me. So,
but the point is, you could be injured. Like,
they've shown those games. What games were those that happened this summer where they had some of the WNBA players playing against high school boys in a different country, and one of the girls gets really pissed off because she keeps getting blocked, and she throws the ball at the kid. It's like it's not the same. But what's interesting though is that it's not uninteresting when they're competitive. The WNBA never looked like it. I watched female basketball at NCAA, and because they're at the same skill levels across the league, it can be interesting to watch the females.
Right.
But it always takes, even when you watch the females, it always takes a special player on the court to make the game interesting. Otherwise, it's whatever. So.
Well, I think she's demanding that the level of play.
Oh, she's going to bring everybody. She's bringing everybody up.
Exactly. And a rising ship raises, and that's who she is. She has increased viewership. And these dumb bitches they're so dumb, they can't figure out, like, you are literally biting the hand that feeds you. Her money isn't coming from the WNBA. Hers is coming from deals.
Yeah, exactly.
If she gets enough money, and she'll decide, fuck this. I don't need this anymore.
You get on the idea of the WNBA. Like, the reason they're all on private charge right now is one person, and that's what's killing them, right? Is that one person is actually changing the league. And there's gonna be other females. Like, it's already coming. Like, it's very clear that people are gonna be replicating her play. Now it gives females a way to say that they can play like Clayton Clark. So, it's very clear. Yeah, but it was fun, man. That game, those highlights. And I love it when you see Caitlyn cussing and use the F word. I love it. He's like,
I feel like she has come into her own. Like, now she isn't taking any shit.
No, like, she's playing the crowds too, and that's what people really don't like. She's playing the opposing crowds too.
Yeah, drain a three from way the fuck back. Drain a three and then be running back and, like, hands up to the crowd. I'm like, oh my god.
This is why I like how people think we're so stupid, right? There's more cameras and videos these days than anything else, and you're going to sit there and say people are saying racist things to basketball players in the court? Are you telling me that if I went to a basketball game and started using the N-word to some black girl as a white guy, or you going to do it would be reporting you or posting you online? Are you kidding me? But I haven't seen one video. I haven't seen one reporting. So I'm still waiting for the
Oh, that happened in a
That they
game.
keep accusing of ups.
That happened in a game my daughter played in high school. We went to a neighboring town, and that happened. And you know what happened? A fucking fight ensued in the stands.
There you go.
That's what would happen. You start yelling shit like that, you're gonna get your ass beat. That's what's gonna happen. No one's sitting there listening to that shit. And that's what happened. These parents got ejected. It wasn't parents even. It was like a drunk uncle of somebody. He can never go to another high school game. Like it would turn into a big fight.
It's so interesting because like I've been watching Caitlyn since
college.
The women's finals when she was a junior or whatever year that was before she did it. And when Angel Reese went around taunting Caitlyn, and you can tell Caitlyn was purposely not engaging.
Right.
And say what you will, but and who cares what happened? The redemption was the next year for Caitlyn when it's very obvious that she was still a better player. If she was on a team, if she would have gone to a school like UConn or something like that, it's like it's a no-brainer that she would have the NBA or the NCAA AA championships, probably 3 in a row. So, I just don't think people like her because she seems to have a loyalty that's beyond just yourself. So, have you watched the interview, El? Have you watched her interview with the Kelseys?
No.
You know the Kelsey brother, or not Kelsey? Yeah, it's Kelsey, right? Travis Kelsey and
right.
You know the Taylor Swift's boyfriend. You should watch that. It's such an intriguing interview into Caitlin Clark. Like she is not a normal female when it comes to like she is a tomboy. Like, I know she's a female, but she is a tomboy. She is a.
Well, you know what she is. I mean, she's an Iowa girl.
Or a sports girl.
She is.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You're not going to see her rolling into the games dressed like a hooker. Like, I mean, she's classy, but she's just a Midwestern girl. She's like all the girls. She's like my daughter. My daughter is my youngest
person. She knows more about football than I do. Like, guaranteed. Like, it's like I listened to her with Travis and Travis or whatever his name is, and he. I was like, oh, gee Louise, man. Like, she knows what she's talking about. And have you seen her throw a football? She can throw a football better than me. So she is, like, the real deal. She can throw a football better than Captain. That's not saying much, though.
Captain, you going to take that?
Well,
yeah, no,
it doesn't mean anything. Well, you got it, but anyway.
He's probably driving somebody around right now.
No, he is home. I didn't realize it was muted. That's not saying much. The only sport I like is fishing.
Okay, there you go.
That's not a sport. That's an activity.
No, it's a sport.
No, innocent ball of a ball be a sport. Like ball.
Fishing is a sport.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not a sport. Fishing is not a sport.
No. 2 boats.
Hold on, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Fishing is a competition. Baseball is a game, not a sport.
Baseball is a sport. It has a ball.
Baseball is a game. Ask ChatGPT. Fishing is considered a sport, especially when done competitively with skill and strategy involved.
I understand. So I define a sport differently. I understand that it's not the widespread definition, but a sport has 2 teams or two opponents going against each other.
Wow. This is not
Hold on. No. That is all wrong.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying.
All wrong, because football is definitely a sport.
Yes, football is good football.
And that is not 2 people.
No,
2 teams.
That is a people sport. Who's saying shit?
So is baseball.
No, baseball.
Okay, well then if it has to have multiple people, then golf is a sport.
Golf is a game. Golf is a game. So I want to have a question for Zach.
It's sports.
That's relevant. Zach, is your brother named Doc? Or a nickname Doc?
My nickname is Doc, yeah.
It is? Why? And you're related to Are you related to a guy in the app that goes by Doc?
No.
Are you sure?
That's actually why I stopped using the nickname.
Can I read the definition of a sport for all of you who seem to be confused? A sport is a physical activity that involves skill, rules, competition, performed either individually or in teams with the goal of achieving a result, such as a win, a score, or a measure of performance. Key elements of a sport: physical activity, rules and structure, competition, skill or technique, either one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I disagree.
Examples of sport: soccer, tennis, swimming, clearly all fit this definition. Golf and fishing also fit when conducted in competitive settings, making them sports.
Right. So
If you want, I can also compare sports versus hobby versus games. Would you like me to do that?
No, you're good. You win.
You can do what you want. I'm saying that I disagree with those definitions.
Well, that would be one man's opinion. That's not the actual definition.
There's me and two others.
No, that's not
That
true,
would make
actually.
a gaggle of idiots.
That would actually, I don't want to be part of that. I actually reform my answer.
No,
Just take
are you-
definition.
Are you agreeing with me, El, that fishing is a sport?
If it involves
It can be.
competition.
It
Yes.
can be a sport. Can be.
So there are people who think it's
fishing.
well, so what makes it a sport versus a hobby is if there is competition, if there is a goal, and if there are winners and losers, right? So this is swimming also a sport.
Anybody that says baseball is not a sport.
Swimming and fishing are competition.
Anybody that says baseball is not a sport probably sucks at baseball.
That's
So any athleticism.
I
Anybody that's ever hit a
had
home
a
baseball
son.
will tell you.
If you don't understand how fishing is a sport, then you just suck at fishing.
Here's
I do know. If you don't understand fishing can be a sport, you gotta reframe that.
it isn't always, right? So, but
Yeah, it can be a hobby too.
my son was a catcher, played college baseball. I fucking guarantee you, it's a sport.
Just a game.
Yeah, well, you can use
Like
that.
golf, chess.
You're wrong, Zach. You can't just change the definition
You
of
can have
something.
your
It was
opinion,
literally
but
just
you're not
one
entitled
change.
to your own facts.
Listen, offense. I'm gonna do what Zach is doing. Zach, you must be gay because the definition of gay in my mind is the word Zach.
You're right.
Alright, well you're gay. Well, where we go?
Well, I'm a lesbian, but same
True. How can you be a lesbian? You're a male. You're a boy.
I'm not. Did you
Here's what
assume
also
my
makes it a sport. You could not play on the team my son played on. You would not be in physical enough shape. You don't have the skill. You could not play. Now, you could go get your friends and you could go play on a field somewhere in the middle of town. That might be considered an activity or a game. Because you're fucking around. You don't care.
Yes, I actually did play baseball and hockey. I am quite athletic.
Yeah, obviously.
You didn't play college baseball or you wouldn't even be saying it.
No, I don't play games like that. I play sports.
You don't
Shut
play
the fuck up.
sports.
You're just being a stupid troll.
Yeah. Go troll a different way.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Doc at this point. Zach's new name is Doc. Oh, he left.
Yeah.
Did somebody kick him?
No, I wouldn't kick him over that, but that was a retarded hot take.
Yeah, that's a weird take.
No, you called him out for trolling, so he left.
Was he also claiming to be a lesbian?
Yeah, he claimed to be an lesbian. He's
So
doing it right
he
now.
claims to be a lesbian. This is the one we were going right now.
Right.
Oh, by the way, somehow I'm a monster because I don't believe that. I think I can determine male and female based mostly like 99% of the time based on your voice.
Who said you were a monster because of that?
Well, that's the world we live in, right? Like if you hear him say, "How dare you call me blah 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 blah." Like,
Damn, you see my gender.
Did anybody know who that guy was? Has he come around a lot?
Who's Zach?
All the time.
Yeah.
And for the most part, he's kind of cool. He's just being a dick just now for some reason.
Dad's away, so they can try some shit.
Well, no, he's. There was one morning that Jeff didn't open a room until like 10 a.m. and he sat in my room from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We had a great conversation. He's pretty cool. It's just he's being a dick for some reason right now.
Yeah,
your rooms are usually pretty good.
Thank you, Philip.
He's just being a He wanted to just troll us.
Yeah, and then Philip called him out. I said to go troll another room, and he literally said, okay, and left.
Yeah. Lou? How you...
Oh, look, one of Jeff's girlfriends is down there. His stalker girlfriend.
Who's that?
Anonymous. Those are all Jeff's stalker girlfriends.
Anonymous? We have to anonymous person? Versus interesting. So you can't kick anonymous people, right? They can just sit there and listen, right?
I think it's great just sit here and talk about them. How gay that is.
And how big of a pussy they are for not showing their face when they listen.
Giant vagina. When I look down there and see a non, it looks like a fucking... Literally.
You just see some labia and a clitoris.
It doesn't really bother me, but I do find it kind of weird that people would spend their life on an internet wanting to be anonymous.
Yeah, I know. Hello, baby. Good evening.
I feel like the only reason why people do that is because they want to come in and listen and see if we're talking shit about them.
Well, yeah, just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's shopping.
But the thing is there isn't anybody that talks shit about that I wouldn't say the same things to their face. Or haven't already said the same things to their face.
Oh, me too. I have no problem saying it.
Well, look, now there's two of them.
I had to,
One thing that's interesting, though, is they tell you whether they're a member of the club or not. So one of the anonymous people actually is part of Jeff's house, and one of them is not. That's kind of weird.
What's the little headphones down there beside it for?
Because they're gay. See, this is like they're gay buddies.
Oh, so they're just butt fucking each other all day long.
Yes.
Well, they can't be doing that. The one's probably on top of the bottom.
Oh, now they're together. Look at that. They're all snuggled up. It's cute.
I will say this though. Clubhouse finally came out and featured that will actually make money. They have to pay for that, right? Like it's only like 7 days free and then you pay for it.
Yep.
Oh, no, you get your subscription, right?
I forgot.
Oh no.
Oh no.
When she did her 7-day trial, she did a 7-day trial with the year renewal. Yeah. I did the 7-day trial with a month renewal just in case I forgot, but I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, somebody's got to pay for this app.
You know what? It sucks the most. I mean, yeah, it's not that much money. Big fucking deal. But I mean, these features are meaningless to me. Absolutely meaningless.
Yeah, I mean, it's... But the funny thing about the whole thing is, like, it was the same thing with Twitter. Like, I like Kelly, and I like, what was his name? Not Robert, Kelly, who's the guy from Washington? I'm forgetting his name. Roger, yeah.
Roger.
Yeah, but they actually paid for their Twitter verification accounts. So I was like,
yeah,
I'm surprised to see people do that.
I do that.
Well, you should do it because you actually have
that makes sense for you.
Wait, hold on. Do you pay for it because you're on Clubhouse?
I don't do it here because I've determined that I've been able to have enough people wanting to follow me that I have a list, and Clubhouse won't let me increase my follower count. So I'm like, you know what? I don't need I don't need to find out who the fuck is looking at me at this point. You know? Yeah. First thing I want to know. I got enough to do.
You're probably the only person right now in this app that
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Followers.
I know. Yeah.
Anyways, it's pretty interesting how I'd be interested to know what Clubhouse does next because this is the first time they've done anything where they actually can make a dime off of anybody that uses the app. hamburgers when I get home.
I think in Texas, there's so much Texas beef. I'm never worried about, like, am I going to have some good Texas beef here? Because I've already had.
Texas beef.
It's, oh my God, so good.
Now, when you say Texas beef, are we talking about sexual things, or are we actually talking about beef? Just asking, Seth.
I got some Texas beef.
From Uber Eats. Paul Mark, I know you're going to come up with something.
I got some extra sauce for that Texas beef.
What do you say, Paul Martin? It's not one of those.
Well, you know, I actually am in Texas, so. And we are known for our barbecue. Our brisket is actually really good.
Central Texas is known for barbecue. For brisket, you got to be careful. You have a region there. Not all of Texas is known for barbecue.
Well, guess what I have? Dingo.
Central Texas.
Yeah. It drips.
It is true.
No other around here.
It is very true. There is shitty barbecue in Texas.
Yeah.
It is a regional thing.
Well, it depends because there's different types. Like, you know, Memphis has their style. St. Louis is their style.
Memphis doesn't really have brisket. They'll do it. Memphis is known for spicy barbecue sauce. KC barbecue is all about barbecue sauce.
But Memphis ribs.
Burnt ends.
Memphis ribs are really good.
I'm sorry, they're about pork ribs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby back ribs. So in South Carolina and North Carolina, South Carolina is known for up and soft pulled pork, and North Carolina is known for the mustards. So and barbecue is my thing. You know, I've been around the country. Like I'm a little bit of a savant when it comes this way. It's like L and wine. I can talk about barbecue.
I went to I don't know if it's a great place for it, but had to go to Alabama, and we ate this barbecue there that was like no other. I don't know.
You know what? Some good burnt ends from Alabama.
So I'll tell you what Alabama does it right is they incorporate a lot of seafood with their barbecue. So you'll do barbecue and then you'll do a broil with it. It's like the weirdest thing in the world.
Yes. It's surf and turf all day long.
Yeah.
And down in Alabama.
So, yeah. But I still think, like, I'm still a South Carolina person when it comes to barbecue. I still think in the country, the best barbecue really is, like, vinaigrette barbecue. You have, like, the taste of, like, sweet and sour. With coleslaw.
I love the Memphis style ribs.
Memphis and ribs. And you just like spicy ribs. I get it.
No, it's not spicy. It's the juiciness of the meat that fall off the bone. I just love that.
That's everywhere. That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's really not.
KC is more about fall off the bone. Big back ribs that have sauce and you can push the bone through.
No, Memphis is better than Kansas City. Yeah.
Okay, name a barbecue joint in Memphis.
I've never been disappointed in Memphis. But
but you haven't had good barbecue then, because once you have good barbecue, you'll be disappointed about 90% of barbecue.
No, not at all.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. No. It's like wine.
No.
Once you know what good wine is.
Well, you know what?
there's a difference in context. So for me, I go for the mouthfeel and I go for the boldness of flavor. And it's not necessarily about the spiciness, it's about how the flavors interact. So I like a little bit of heat and some sweet. So that's why Memphis just really hits everything for me.
That makes sense.
That makes a little bit of sense, yeah. But if you look at Memphis, there's a place called Central Barbecue. And that's probably one of the more famous places if you want to understand what Memphis barbecue is. Start there and then come back to me and tell me if you actually think that not all barbecue is created the same. Stop. Go to
I can agree with that. Not all barbecues created the same, and I love each of them equally.
Central Barbecue is probably like top 3 in Memphis. Like guaranteed top 3. Go there. And there's another one called like something Charlie. Rendezvous or something. I have to look it up, but go there if you can do it. But those 2 places is those are the 2 like guaranteed on top 5 list in Memphis.
But see now, for me it's also how they trim it because I don't like fatty meat. So
go to these places. These places are like world renowned. Like people around the world go to these 2 places. Go to these places, start there, and then tell me all Memphis barbecues create the same. This is like the difference between if you've had a steak, steak is great, but then you've had Kobe steak, and then it changes your life.
Not necessarily.
Have you had Kobe beef? Like A7
yes, I have.
Kobe beef, and you don't think it was life changing in those flavors?
No, not at all. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't life changing.
It was life changing for me. I did talk all about that, and it's like the difference between it's totally. Oh my gosh, yeah. We have to stop talking. You don't think fair. It's the actual process. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Seth, have you had Franklin's barbecue, Seth, in Austin?
Now that was disappointing, but okay, go ahead.
No, it's never. No.
Have you been to Franklin's barbecue? It's awesome.
No, we went actually, believe it or not, to this person's ranch out in the hills, looking down in Austin while we were eating the barb. It was like this whole other thing that haunted.
Was it a woman?
Was that Uncle?
Yeah.
There's a woman, right? An old woman. Oh, what's her name? That's probably like the best barbecue in that area.
Like somebody recorded next door. I think some recording artists recorded in their house, which is like they got the big house there too. You gotta go inside the house, go to the bathroom, like kind of place. It was amazing. Oh my god. Trip.
It all depends on who's actually at the grill. That's what
it's a smoker of some grill. Gotta be careful with your terms there, bud.
Then it was a smoker.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
Like this is the difference between who's next again? Let's see an example. This is like the difference between like comparing a Toyota to like a Mercedes.
That's why I immediately changed my tune. You're correct. Smokers. Correct.
And it's a pit boss, so it's not a. That's the other thing. Like, and this is like if you're in those areas, they get real serious about it. There's only one pit boss.
Talk about how good it was. We just walked in, they served. Like the cooking was done beforehand.
Well, if you go to a barbecue joint and you're not eating it at lunchtime, it's probably not good barbecue. Barbecue is made to order. Like you should be eating it as it comes off the smoker, not like an hour or 3 hours later. But yeah, I'm just one guy with an opinion, so it's fair. You don't have to take anything I say as anything legit. But there is something you said. Are you in Memphis?
Me?
Yeah, no, not Seth.
Sorry, my guy. Paul Mark. No, he's in Texas. I thought Paul Mark said.
Yeah, I told you I'm in Texas.
That's what I thought.
What part of Texas are you in? I asked.
Well, I'm in Arlington, but I used to live in Austin.
Okay, well, Austin I don't think Frank was disappointing. I think
it was rather dry to me. So I was not impressed by it.
Oh, it's very surprising. Well, I went with anything but that, and I think he uses tallow in the wraps. I think that's his trick. But
okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can actually get a good barbecue joint that has a bad day. It's very interesting. Let's see. There's a place that everybody likes in Texas that is a real barbecue. It's called there's like two of them. It's called they actually freeze the brisket and then reheat it. I'm trying to think what their names are. It'll come to me. Just give me a minute.
Where
so we go to South. So they're located in the Hill Country in San Antonio, and also I think they have one in Austin as well.
You're not talking about Blacks.
No, or Spoons. Blacks and Spoons are brothers.
Right.
And they have a family history, right? That's not that. I'm talking about a different place. Just give me a couple minutes, or I'll come to my brain. But okay, Captain, did you ever go to South Carolina?
Yeah.
So you need to go to Rodney Scott's barbecue. Like next time you go through Charleston, it's next to Charleston. I can't remember the small town it's at, or maybe in downtown Charleston. When you go to Charleston the next time, that has to be a to-go place to go to. Like you need to go hungry and at lunchtime and go to Rodney Scott's.
Rodney Scott's. I'll probably forget. So I don't know if the next time I'm going down there.
Well, if you just think Charleston and what's the best thing to eat there, literally Rodney Scott's going around the world. Like his whole pig barbecue. He does nothing but whole pigs. It's his thing. So
whole pigs.
Yeah, he smokes a whole pig. Look him up on YouTube. It's crazy.
My uncle did that when I was a kid, and I fell in love with it. Actually, me and my mom both got a big plate full. My mom took a bite, and my uncle said, "Yeah, he was just tossing and rolling around in the bed of my truck." And my mom spit it out. I was like, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, that grossed me out." I was like, "It's so yummy, though."
Well, I mean, like head cheese is a thing that you can really learn to love, but it grosses a lot of people out. Actually, you know what? I bet Elle would eat head cheese with me.
I'll try anything once, food-wise.
You know, it's funny. I'd probably try Rocky Mountain oyster if I didn't know it was Rocky Mountain oyster. But because if I don't tell you what it is,
I would still try it. You can tell me what it is, and I will still try it at least once. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I do, I do. I don't give a fuck.
That one kind of bothers me. I don't know anything. Something about eating a cow's testicle is not going to happen if I know it.
Like I know that
actually
most of the casing.
Okay, fair enough.
I know that most of the casing on sausage is intestines, and I love the fuck out of that shit.
Wait, what did you say? You said it's mostly intestines?
Yeah.
Which brand of sausage?
Did you not know that sausage casing is typically intestines?
No. All sausage casings is intestines, but you don't eat inside the intestines. You clean it out.
Yeah, but it's still like where poop goes through.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you're eating the intestines, like the actual intestines.
I like the case itself.
I agree with you completely. Yeah, no issue with that at all. Like I stuffed sausage, done that stuff, like no issue. I thought you were talking about like eating like the intestines as they were. I was like
the inside, the poop. No.
Well, just like crumbling it up. Yeah, I was like, ugh. But no,
there are some countries like I think it's like Africa or something like that.
It's called blood sausage. It's literally blood sausage. It's great. Well,
no, I'm not talking about blood sausage. I'm talking like I think it's over in Africa or something where they like the stomach and the intestines out, and they don't clean it. They just eat it.
Yeah.
Cook it and eat it.
They can do that all day. You know. Good.
Now that I wouldn't try. If it's got poopy in it, I don't want it.
And God bless their hearts. Like, literally, I hope God blesses their hearts. Oh.
It's mostly fiber.
No, what are you talking about? The casings, or are you talking about the intestines?
Well, I'm talking about if you ate their stomach with the stuff that's in it. It's mostly fiber because they're still chewing on grass and whatnot.
No, there's all kinds of parasites in that shit. Well, just understand, you know what pigs eat, right? They eat anything.
Well,
anything and everything.
I wasn't thinking about pigs. I was thinking about cows. However, pigs are dirty.
I don't think we eat a lot of. This is actually not interesting. Most of our casings are pig casings.
But
I eat kosher sausage, so yeah.
Yeah, then you're eating cows. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
But most people don't eat just kosher. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I got it too. I got it.
Well, and actually, you just use what you have. So.
No, the United States, all of your like sausages, like and stuff like that people love in the United States. Beef sausage is very, very rare. Most of what you do in the United States with ground pork is going to mostly be hamburgers and stuff like that. The cheap meat to make sausage out of is pork.
But again, if you have killed a cow and you need to do something with the meat, you do what you do and you use what you have. That's just how it rolls. Just like if you were to kill a deer, you do what you do with the meat and you use it up. However,
yeah, but that's not how most of our food processing works in the United States. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm talking about people that are ethical with their stuff, not mass production.
Nobody's really ethical. Mass production is ethical. Like
it is not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Why is it not ethical? Why is it not ethical?
Think of how these animals are treated. It's not ethical. It's really
they're treated as fucking like I see all the time when I go to Iowa and so on and so forth. Like, what do you mean treated?
The overcrowding, there's a lot that goes on.
Oh gosh,
on these farms.
It's not. Like, this is the issue with misinformation. Go to a farm in Iowa and most states. Like, you're not gonna. The things that get published in the horror stories are few and seldom behind. This is like saying we shouldn't drink milk because, you know, if to have milk, it means that we're killing baby male cows, which is not the case at all.
Well, I never said anything about that.
Well, this is where the same information comes from. Like,
not necessarily. You're making a whole lot of assumptions here.
No, because my wife's family comes from these places. Like, I've been on these farms. I've been on pig farms in Iowa, or pig lots, and so on and so forth. Like, you're that big. Have you been on one of these places? Have you actually spent time in them?
I have visited a couple, but like that's not my life. But my stepfather was a farmer, and so I know about killing an animal and using what you have, which was what my original statement was about. You made it something else.
Mass production in the United States is the only way we'd ever actually be able to feed our populations.
And again, that's not what I was talking about.
Mine is mostly good. Wait, hold on. I got other stuff going on. Hold on. Oh, gotta go. Somebody's calling. Hey, it was a good conversation.
What a dick. Captain, see a friend of yours.
Is who a friend of mine? Philip?
Is he always like that?
Pretty much. And he's a regular in the room.
Yeah, I know, but this is like the second time he's done something like that.
I'm just gonna zone out and go to another app.
Okay.
I've been scrolling like Facebook and yeah.
Got it.
stops eventually. How have you been?
Pretty good. Today's been a wonderful day. Actually, the past 2 days have been actually pretty good. I got some. I switched up my green juice, and it actually feels really, really good in my body. I've been detoxing off of meat. Even though we've been talking about it, I've been detoxing off of meat.
I think the lesbians across the hall from me are trying to start a war.
Oh, really? Are they pulling out their? Are they dildo fighting? I think that's so great when they pull out their.
No, I'm like 98% sure they are because so mind you, the holidays that we're going through right now, the major ones are Memorial, the 4th, and then Labor Day. Correct? Those are the next couple of months.
Don't forget, today's Juneteenth. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I understand that, but Juneteenth is still a new holiday.
Yeah.
It's in comparison to those holidays, it's still new. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So my front door is decorated in like.
Are they pissed off that you don't have Pride stuff out?
Pretty much. So I have a big American flag up beside my door, and I've watched it. I watched them put it up on the camera, and look back at my flag multiple times. I've watched them like flip off my flag, and I've watched them like night before last, their mom and stuff. One of them's mom or somebody came out and they were talking about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we just got it, Pride Month, baby," and then they. Like, all of them looked over at my door. I think they're taking my American flag stuff wrong.
Well, have you... Wow.
Yeah, and we've, like, multiple people in our building has had to call the cops on them multiple times because you can hear the manlier one. You can hear her over there beating up, like literally beating up, throwing things, cussing. "You're nothing but a fucking piece of shit, you lazy bitch." Like flipping out on the other one. Yeah, it's a very. I don't want to talk to them because it's already a very toxic situation, and I don't want to be roped in. Like when they first moved in, Shayna moved in first, and that's my sister's that lives downstairs. It's her best friend's daughter, and Megan was like, "Be nice to her, make her feel welcome, whatever." So I was smoking weed at the time, and Shayna smokes weed. So I was trying to invite her over, like, come smoke, we'll hang out, yada, yada. Well, she moves about 2 months later, she moves this girl in with her. And I had seen her out, in the hallway. I was like, when you come over to smoke, you bring your girlfriend too. And her girlfriend, like, flipped shit on me. "Nobody's going to come smoke with you. You're just after my girl, da 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 da." No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So, yeah, like, I try to avoid them.
So, is the manly one on T or something?
No, she's not trans in any way. She's just I guess you would call it a bull dyke.
Yeah. So, and the reason why I asked is because a lot of times they're, dealing with, the whole masculine thing, and they're, afraid, and there's some insecurity that goes on. But one thing,
there's a lot of insecurity with that the masculine female over there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because actually, what's funny is I have a lot of friends that are studs, which are the black masculine lesbians. And they treat me so well because they treat me like the princess that I am. Like
these are the first lesbians that didn't absolutely love me. So it's like a really different experience for me.
Yeah.
Like I've never ran into I had lesbian friends in college that would come in my room and fuck in my bed with me in there, and a couple of them even was like, "Hey, we want to let you join once."
Well, let's put that fantasy aside, but I get it. So one of the things that you can do is, along with all your American flags or whatever, normalize that. You know, be an ally, because if they see you as an ally, then they'll be cooler. So that's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm not putting up a pride flag.
If you don't want to do you know what you could do? What? You and Athena do something for like 4th of July, maybe make some Rice Krispie treats or something, and take something.
I've tried that. I've made cookies and left them on multiple doors, and that girl tried to make it out as me trying to get her girlfriend.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, that doesn't have anything to do with them being lesbians.
Like whenever somebody moves into the building, I buy them a doormat and I bake cookies and give them cookies, kind of as a welcome basket type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God!
I did this for them, and they flipped, like that other girl took it as me trying to get into her girlfriend's pants.
Well, do me a favor though. Don't take that as that's all lesbians. That's just crazy.
No. I don't know how much of it that you've heard. I've had very good experience with a lot. These are the first lesbians that I've ever had these problems with.
So
they just have their own issues.
Yeah, that is that person's insecurity. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I agree.
And I was talking about. I understand that it's Pride Week or Pride Month and stuff, but they put up like in the middle of the month they put up a Pride flag, and from the videos from my doorbell ring, it's them retaliating against the American flag. Like I'm doing something wrong by having an American flag up during Pride Month.
Well, right now a lot.
But I put it up in fucking May.
I know.
But again, it's not you personally.
They have issues.
Yeah. Don't take it personal.
It sounds to me like, Captain, they'd have issues with any neighbor. They'd find a reason. Like,
they have issues with a lot of the neighbors.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they're just like, it's a them problem.
Yeah.
And I just keep telling all the other neighbors, just keep reporting things that happen to the landlord. Eventually they'll get kicked out.
No. I mean, if you tried the nice route, just mostly I would say try your best to ignore them.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
And
well, then they could say he doesn't like me because we're lesbian.
Yeah,
or they're trying to, because then it becomes like a legal thing too. Like
exactly, it becomes discrimination. So don't do it.
What are you talking about exactly? Like,
well, you can't. So, like, a landlord cannot just if they sense, or like, let's say they overhear you, like they're lesbians and they could go to the landlord.
Oh, no, I don't say stuff like that. You know, it's them screaming and fighting, them throwing things, them banging on the walls. That's what I keep telling the other neighbors to report. The fact that they're being disruptive and fighting over there.
Right, which you would call on any neighbor doing that.
Exactly.
Right.
However, because they are lesbians, they can say you're just upset because we're lesbians.
No, I get video. Like, I take audio and video recording when I hear it. Like, because I can be sitting in my living room and hear them over there fighting, and they're across the hall.
Okay.
And just don't ever let them hear you say anything like about them being lesbian, or just never.
No, I don't have a problem with them being lesbian.
Well, I know you don't.
Well, you don't. But what I'm saying is, or what we are saying is, if you mention lesbians and then say something negative about them, it can be misconstrued and become a hate crime.
Right. So just leave the lesbian part off whenever, even if you're talking to the other neighbors or just leave that part off and make it about them not being good neighbors.
Right.
Period. Yeah. That way you protect yourself.
That's typically what we talk about as them being shitty neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all have shitty neighbors. I got
nobody, absolutely nobody in the building cares at all that they're lesbians.
But again, don't mention the lesbian part. Just don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't even say lesbians.
No,
Two
don't
other
say it.
people don't say it. Yeah. Don't.
Yeah, don't.
Because you could even have, you never know. And this is, and again, I was married to a lawyer, so this is why I'm telling you this, for 25 years, okay?
My brother's a lawyer, so
Okay,
yeah.
so you get it, Paul Mark.
I get it completely.
You could have a neighbor, you're having a conversation with, like, those and lesbians. That neighbor could be like, go to the neighbors, the shitty neighbors, and say, he just wants you kicked out because you're lesbians, you know. So don't ever give them ammo, or even they might be looking for a reason to not get evicted, and they'll say, well, you're just after us because we're lesbians. So just never make that the reason, the mention at all, just about the behavior solely. Exactly. And that way,
they're not even the only lesbians in the building either.
Sure.
Like,
right.
They're just fucking horrible people.
But again, we don't talk about
just one of them. Just one of them.
We just
the brunette straight-haired girl.
We just don't talk about the lesbian part.
Shayna's not bad. Her girlfriend needs to go. I don't know the other one's name.
Okay.
I only know Shayna's name, and she's not bad. She's a really nice person. It's her fucking cunt girlfriend.
Well, she just sounds like a bad person. Like,
yeah. Shayna's entire family don't like her and wish Shayna would get rid of her.
Well, she sounds like she's a bully, and maybe needs to wait for Shayna to decide that she's ready to get out of that. Right?
I was just gonna say that, Paul.
Well,
Shayna may take care of that
the last time they got in a bad fight, somebody else in the building called the law on them. So.
Right.
Well, truly, if you feel like someone's getting hurt over there, that does need to be addressed, right?
Yeah,
definitely. Because it's not safe.
Exactly. All right, I'll be back. I gotta jump in the shower, but I'm gonna stay on the outcome.
Don't come in the shower.
Everybody, that's how you fall and get hurt.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
I'm nearing that age, Paul Mark. It's not even a joke.
Well, I actually was dancing in the shower once, and this was a long time ago, and twisted my ankle. Because
Okay. I did fall once in the shower. I was a little intoxicated. I'm telling you what. Like, getting out, you're drunk, you're falling, you're slippery, and I'm like, oh my God, if anyone could see me right now, this is not.
Oh my gosh.
What year were you born now?
What year was I born? I'm not telling you.
No,
that's a rude question to ask. You don't ask them.
I'm trying to see how close you are to my mom in age.
Well, how old's your mom? I'll tell you.
My mom was born in 1969.
Okay. Well, we are very close in age. I could be your mother.
Okay, that's what I thought. And this is I'm following up with a compliment. I wish my mom was more like you. My mom acts like she's freaking 78 years old and like she can't do nothing and like she's about to die. And you are so full of life and you do so much stuff. I really wish my mom was more like you.
Oh, well, thank you. But I will say, I watched my own mother age before she needed to. And it has to be, well, you know what, David, I've talked to David about this too. It's a conscious decision. It really is.
A daily decision.
Yes, it is. In your habits, it is a daily decision.
And I mean, maybe, I don't know about Al, but I mean, am I echoing first of all?
No, you're good.
No. Your stuff is really good right now, David.
Thank you. I mean, there's no one else that's going to take care of me, first of all.
Right.
And secondly, you realize I didn't slow down until 2 years ago when I turned 70. And
what? You're 70?
72. I'll be 73 in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. You're older than I thought you were.
I work every day, and you can't stop moving. The day you start sitting or retiring is the day you start really going downhill. And so,
well, I think that's part of my mom's problem too, is because my senior year, she got a massive staph infection in her spine, and she got disabled because of it, and she don't work. And I try to tell her all the time, you need a job. You need to get out of the house, quit sitting around all the time, and not doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, and I hope that wasn't meningitis, but I'm sure she had to take.
No, it was staph. She had a huge staph infection in her stomach.
Those are hard to get rid of, but once you start sitting, it's hard to change that habit. I mean, look at all the people we forced to sit.
You have
teenagers
to that
investing during COVID, and it was the worst thing for them. Closing gyms.
My dad's been retired for 17 years, and he says it's the best thing that happened to him. He really hasn't gotten it.
Right?
What's that?
You have to be doing something. You have to have a hobby. You have to have something that.
Oh yeah. He doesn't just sit and watch TV all day. No, God no.
Well, I think that's the difference.
Literally what my mom does.
That's the difference.
Right.
So I'm glad he's retired, and God bless people who can retire. I have friends on Clubhouse who retired at 38. My landlord retired at 45, still supports his family, nice lifestyle, sent 2 kids through Berkeley, and does it through day trading. And I'm not against retirement. The problem is that 2 years after most people retire, they're paying out death benefits because they're not active. But I never went to the gym until I was like 27. I went to work with my parents and gained some weight in 1979. And my friends came to visit me one day. I gained 30 pounds for the first time in my life. They said, "You're fat. You need to go to the gym." And I turned out I love the gym. So that behavior, them forcing me in 1979 to have that lifelong habit that I didn't think I'd have. That's
the gyms were nice back then.
Yeah, that's changed.
I miss those gyms for sure.
Who's with me on the Gold's Gym days?
How old are you, Paul Mark?
Oh my goodness, I love a good gym.
You're not a lady. I can ask you how old you are.
I won't tell you. But
are you old enough to be my daddy?
I don't know. How old are you?
35 in September.
It would be a stretch.
Would you have been in your young teens?
I would have been. I would have been.
1990.
I would have been a preteen. I would have been a preteen.
Well, I know somebody who had a baby at 12.
So actually, if I think about it, I was. Yeah, I was already active. Not as active as I became in my 20s, but I was already a little active.
Yes, Elle, you heard that correctly. I know somebody who had a baby at 12.
That hurts my heart, actually.
You know
what's crazy about it is it's one of my mom's best friend's daughter that I grew up with, and her mom, up until she hit menopause, was very religious. And, she wasn't, the smothering, weird kind of religious. But, Mandy grew up in church, and she was a pretty religious person herself. But, yeah, her and her boyfriend were both 12, or 11, actually. And then shortly after she turned 12, she had a baby.
That's even dangerous.
We had kids. There were 3 girls I remember in junior high, so 7th grade, who got pregnant and who had kids. One had a kid over the summer and then came back late in the year, and 2 of them got pregnant during the year. But yeah, kids were having sex at
Yeah, my 8th grade year, a girl that I was really good friends with had a baby.
Yeah. Started at 10, 11, 12.
There was a girl in high school. She was 15 or 16 and had a kid. And one of the kids I grew up with, who lived 2 streets down, ended up marrying her. And now he has 3 kids with her. And I don't know. Hey man, it ended up working out for him.
Yeah, Mandy is a nurse, and she's had 2 more kids, and she's really successful. So,
well, and these things happen, and it's you don't know what you're doing, and
I think sexual education is important, and a lot of parents were just assuming, and that was a time where it was like, well, just say no. But people were saying yes, and there weren't conversations around condoms and all that stuff. And so there were a lot that would get pregnant, or, and some decided to keep them, but all of them didn't decide to keep them either. So that was a huge thing that was going on.
A mentor in the grocery business who was like a father to me. I had a great father, but he was like a second father. And he met her wife when she was 11 in Colorado, Pueblo, Colorado, and he was 13. They married when she was 15 and he was 17, but they didn't have a child till a year later. But I mean, they didn't know it then. They were actually soulmates, and it turned out better than anyone ever thought, because once they got older and more mature, they realized that they really were the best match for each other, but it was just happenstance that they got together.
Yeah, that whole soulmates thing, I don't believe in that.
And my friend Chuck, he would go on dates. First of all, he loved her dad because he was a diesel mechanic, and they would spend 10 hours working in the garage, and he would ignore Emily all day long. And then she'd get mad about that. But they'd go on these dates. I knew Emily and Chuck really liked parents. I took care of them as they aged, and they had daughters my age. But Chuck would go on a date, and he had this little baby in the back seat. I mean, like an infant in diapers. And Emily, the first few dates, she didn't know how to ask him about it. And on the third date, she said, "What's going on with the baby?" She assumed it was his. And his sister had a baby out of wedlock. So the whole family was raising that baby Jean. So they always had Jean with them half the time when they were on the dates.
That used to happen. There was a lot where, somebody would have a kid younger, and then, the family would step in.
I think in a little town, maybe, I don't know.
Oh no, Mandy brought her kid to school and everything. Like her mom made her take care of it. Like she never missed school or anything like that.
The last few new high schools we built in Seattle have nurseries in them.
Oh, now that's... See, I don't think that I agree with that, because...
Kind of promoting it, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that promotes it too.
Well, I mean, I understand making facilities for people that don't have the other options, but there was a time when we lived as tribes where the young people would have the kids, and then the elders would raise them. And so I think it's
really was a community.
Yeah, I think it's really sad that a grandparent would say, "No, you have this kid, you take care of it." I would love to see something where the elders or the family comes in and takes care of the
everyone has a nuclear family. Maybe we're out on their own because their family kicked them out.
Which is true. Yeah, but again, I can still mourn the fact that is being lost.
At the same time, if it stopped them from having education, that's another problem for society.
Mm-hmm. You do the best with what you have.
All right, I'm not even threatening anymore. I'm really getting in the shower this time. All right,
I beat you there. Oh, I just got a text message. I don't know if I know Rappy and Elle knows. Rappy might be asleep or something. I ain't heard him talk forever. But I have this client. She's 72. She's got Parkinson's. I do private rides for her. Like I go off of the Lyft app and I go pick her up. Typically, when I'm with her for about 4 hours. I make somewhere between $100 and $200 most of the time I'm with her. And she called me the day before yesterday asking if I could take her to get a haircut and go to Walmart to get a few things. A while back, she had asked me to help her find a beautician. She wanted to go to one of the schools for like a beautician and stuff and get a haircut. And I was like, well, let me call over here first. There's a place that I get my daughter's haircut at. My mom gets her nails done there. My mom got her first perm there and all this. So I took Debbie over there, and then we went to Walmart afterwards. And I just want to share this text message with y'all. She said, I really enjoyed the beauty shop today. It would make a great TV show. I also had forgotten about small town beauty shops. I forgot how lively they are, but I want to thank you so very much for an exciting day. Debbie don't get out very often, and it's fun for me to help her and get her out because I'm her socialization and all that stuff, and it makes me feel good. To get a message like that makes me feel really good. She was bragging about me to the beautician too, which I know Jane. I know her pretty well. I went to school with her for kids. But yeah, it was really nice. I'm glad I got to do that. I'm glad I get to be the one to help her. And Debbie did really good today too. Usually she can only get up and down out of a seating position like 2 or 3 pounds a day, and we were up and down a lot today. Let's see. She got up from the house. She got up from my car. She was sitting down in the beauty shop and got up. She did it again. She got up from my car again. She did it about 7 times today. I'm really proud of her.
It was a good day. I'm driving. That's why I'm only paying half attention.
Yeah, I made $350 today.
That's a good day too. I think you said anything more than 200 is always a good day. Or you consider quitting at 200?
Yeah, 200 is my goal for the 4 days a week that I work.
Was that a long drive?
Today, I did normal lift from about 7 o'clock to 1:45-ish. No, 1:55. And then I went to pick Debbie up, and I was with Debbie from about 2:15 to about 6:15. So Debbie had me for 4 hours today. Debbie's what made today a good day.
You've talked about her before.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I took her to the beauty shop today to get her hair done instead of going to like the beauty school, and she really enjoyed it and thanked me for it.
Well, Captain, that's nice. Okay, now, what about I totally killed himself in the bunker? Where'd this news come from? Update me, y'all.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't here when they changed the room title. That's been up there for half the day. So, I have not heard them talk about that title. Did this actually happen, or why was this room titled that? Is Shirley's question.
I'll be honest with you, I've been here all day, but that don't mean that I'm listening all day.
I was here most of the morning, but that time we need Jeff Arafi for that.
Okay.
I was like the 4th person in the room this morning at 8 o'clock, but I don't remember. You're in the Matrix. Bill, David, you're in the Matrix. We can't hear you. You tell like
I'll post it later. I hadn't noticed the title. I'll see you guys later.
I guess Shirley just came in to see if we were talking about the title. Guess Shirley don't want to talk to us. We're not fun enough for her. I like Miss Shirley. Ah, so fresh and so clean. I like having an AC in my car again. I'm not sweating my balls off all day.
Hold on, I gotta respond to a client. I'll be right.
Okay. Whew. Feels so good today. Feel real good today. was no sound before. Yeah, I was muted. I'm gonna shower, so I'm doing a Mustang. I figured y'all didn't want to hear my hair dryer blowing to warm up the wax. What's up, Billy Sunshine? Hey,
kids. Good to see you.
Hey,
Is it true? This is not true, right?
What?
The title of the room.
I do not know. Shirley just came in here and asked the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could answer y'all's question.
Well, we all can't know everything.
I mean, if I would have been paying attention today, because I've been here all day, I would know. But I had Debbie.
Who put that title up? Do we know?
I do not know.
Probably Jeff.
I'd assume it was Jeff. Yes.
Well, my work week is over.
You did your radio show?
I did my radio show, yeah.
You liked how I remembered that, didn't you? Instead of being like, wait, you don't work.
That's right. Well, you can't hardly call what I do work since it's only 2 hours a week. And it's sitting on my ass just talking. So how
much different is that from any other day? Right?
It doesn't resemble work at all, Kat.
Doesn't feel much different than any other day, huh?
That's right. It's just me and the dog.
Yeah, well, it's just me and my kids' cats right now.
How many you got?
Struggle Point Siamese and a Turkish Angora. Turkish Angora is all white. Some pretty cool people bats. I'm all clean. My mustache is all good. Feel great. No idea. I got done with Debbie and he was here for like 2 seconds, then he disappeared. I got pulled over, and then he disappeared.
You got pulled over? Why?
Because it was raining real bad here, and I slid through a stoplight.
Ah.
Yeah. So he wanted to make sure I was okay, not drunk or something, and I was like, bro, I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. I'm just trying to go home, go to bed. And he was like,
"You're just tired."
Yeah. And he was like, I get it. Be careful. No warning, no ticket. Get home. Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I did. I came home. I wasn't lying. I didn't want to go home.
You're not an asshole. They don't always want to give you a hard time.
No, I had my license and registration ready. He asked for my insurance. I showed it to him with my phone. He looked at it, went back to the thing, made a couple. I saw him talking on his radio, and then he just left. He gave me my shit back and left. They get home and get some rest. I told him, I was like, I tried to stop, but I slid. Yeah, typically if you cooperate and you're honest, they'll let you slide. I've learned that since in this last year. I've been pulled over like 4 times in the last year driving Lyft.
Well, yeah, because you're driving constantly, so there's more, more opportunity.
Exactly.
The last time I was pulled over, the guy says, "What's that I smell?"
What'd you say to him?
So if I get pulled over, it could be a problem. But the guy, I didn't say anything to him before I could think of what to say. He said, "Were you smoking a cigar?" And I went, "Yes, sir." Didn't want to bring me in because I was just a nice old man who didn't do a good enough stop at a stop sign.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, as long
A couple years ago now.
as long as you don't give them trouble, they don't really care.
Yeah, well, I'm never going to give them trouble because, I'm not an asshole and I'm not drunk. I'm stoned. That doesn't make me an asshole.
Yeah, it
I mean,
doesn't
any
make
more
you
than
a
I
bad
am.
driver.
Perhaps a jerk sometimes.
Temperature's dropped a lot now that the sun's down and over the horizon. It feels halfway decent outside. Just went to check the mail. I'm beat though. Didn't realize how tired I was. I actually got home.
Yeah, just go home.
I've been home. I just got out of the shower. Walked downstairs, checked the mail. It's cooler outside than it is in my apartment right now.
Well, I guess you need to open some windows.
I'm gonna turn my dehumidifier on and my AC in my room.
Dehumidifier. All right, I'm home.
Welcome home, Billy.
Thank you. And the house will be clean because the maids were just here. And it's the first time in 2 weeks because something horrible happened to them last week.
Oh, what happened?
One of their family members lost a baby.
Oh, that's sad.
Childbirth, yeah, it's real sad. There's nothing to say about that other than wow. Okay.
Oh, I'm so much Seth. You'll think that's hilarious.
Okay.
a sandwich out of the house. I guess we lived in a house that was off the ground. You know,
religion came into the politics.
So they're aligned with the USA, who's literally anti-Muslim, anti-everything. They align with them because they're.
Where's the religion came? I mean, it's like we were talking about real politics. It's like real politics. It's like nobody mentioned no religion or.
We found actually did actually he actually mentioned.
So let me give you another example. So after 9/11, United States and Iran collaborated heavily in Afghanistan to bring down Taliban. So actually, there are documentaries about this, that the United States did not know where to hit. And they really couldn't do anything because Taliban was hiding. And they didn't know where to hit. They just dropping bomb and nothing was happening. And the Iranian, this IRGC
Can you send me an article on this? I've never heard this before. Anybody else heard this angle?
Like I would say, I will find after this.
Yes, I heard about it, sister. I think I saw her Twitter thread last year.
They literally get the map.
America was paying. America was supporting Iran against Israel. America was supporting Iran against Saddam Hussein in Iraq. They were also using Iranian, I believe, militias, which pretty much was kind of crazy. Now they're designated as
terrorists. Let me finish this, my point. So I will post this, but IRGC explicitly helped United States to bring down Taliban. But as soon as that mission was complete, look at the politics here. Bush called Iran axis of death. So this is why I said these people do not know politics. If you had politics, you will be able to leverage this situation and ease your relationship with the United States. But let me find the
But you know this is powerful. It's the U.S. The U.S. is a superpower. The U.S. will use, abuse, twist, and turn. That doesn't mean the country that they're working with doesn't know politics. And you're trying to say because they have religious values that they don't know politics.
Who's thinking that? Politics.
Can I speak, Vifen? See, in this whole